Hey everybody, I'm Carson Horn, PR Director at the Communications Group. I received my APR accreditation this past February. From the short time that I've had my accreditation, that it has helped me so much. And that's kind of a consistent story that you hear repeatedly from people that have undergone the process. So I a negative comment about it that, oh, I never use this or anything else. It's always been, this has made me such a better professional or practitioner when it comes to public relations. So there's no reason not to do it. It's investing in yourself. And a lot of times, your company, if there's any kind of cost associated with it, there is to sign up for the program, to take the test and those kind of things. A lot of times your company will pay for that. So, it's just a way to invest in yourself. And if you ever want to further yourself, if you have aspirations of growing into the, professional that you want to be, I would absolutely say doing it. And really, if you stick to a plan, it's not a huge burden by any means. It's just some studying and some critical thinking. And, just the cool thing about it too is that you build a network while you're doing it. I had the fortune of getting to work with kind of a study group here in our local chapter in Little Rock. And so I was able to make some connections professionally and made some friends of it too. So it's just been a great process, and I would encourage everyone to do it. Getting your APR, there is a lot of information to cover in a very short amount of time, depending on how aggressive you want to be with it. So I would suggest building a study plan. That's what I had to do, and it kept me on track. It gave me some obtainable goals just to make sure that I was covering all this information in the time that I had allotted myself. And I think that also is another piece of advice, to set a goal. When you set out to get your APR, figure out that target date that you're going to take the test and try to stick to it, because I think what happens a lot of times, just from some of the stories that I've heard, is people will go through the whole process and then just never get around to taking that test. They kind of start to forget some things. So stay on top of that, stay on track, and keep organized. When you get your APR, it's not like something magic has happened where you become this perfect PR practitioner. What it is, it's setting you up for success in the future through continued education. And so that really kind of gave me confidence in myself and my abilities, knowing that I had passed this milestone. But it also kind of charged me with that critical thinking aspect, how to approach problems strategically, and be able to step back from a situation and be like, I may not know the exact right answer, but I'm willing to kind of think about this, research it, and hopefully move on. Lisa Van Hook, Com Group's Executive Vice President, she's been just a tremendous mentor to me in a number of different ways. She's the one that really encouraged me, along with Dan Cowling, our president. They encouraged me to do this from the very beginning when I first came on board at Com Group. And they told me, I've had some limited experience before taking this position in public relations, and it's something that I've always wanted to do. In fact, I attempted to do this process back when I first started my career, but I was encouraged even then by some mentors in the PRSA association that to give it some time, settle into your career, get some experience under your belt, and then maybe think about tackling it. And so when Dan and Lisa brought that back up to me again, I thought, well, you know what? I think this is time now to maybe start that journey. And so, Lisa was actually one of our mentors in one of our study sessions that walked us through, I believe it was the research process of that RPI model. So her insights are just invaluable. But in addition to that, I would say the whole study group that I was with, we all kind of talked things out. We were able to kind of bounce ideas off of each other and just really, work through some things. And that includes Denver Peacock, who was one of our people leading the group. So definitely a lot of thanks to him and all of those people out there that served on the APR panel. We have to give a presentation to kind of outline what our experiences is in public relations and what we're getting out of APR. And so that panel was very encouraging and gave me some great insight as well from some constructive criticism. So I think that's very important to acknowledge as well.